All right, what is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you. We're going to be talking about that co-main event for Money in the Bank 2018. This, of course, is going to be the women's ladder match. And this one, we're going to be looking at Sasha Banks, Natalya, Charlotte, Ember Moon, Alexa Bliss. We've got Naomi, and then we have Lana. This is going to be a really, really good match. Becky Lynch is in there once again as well. But this is going to be a really good match. Definitely, last year they raised the bar, having not one but two women's Money in the Bank matches that were both won by Carmella. Of course, everyone sort of growled at the end of last year's when you had James Ellsworth climb up the ladder, dropping the briefcase down to Carmella for her to get the victory. Lots of people saying that a man shouldn't have been involved in the match, and then they ended up having the rematch where Carmella came out on top once again. I think this paved the road for the women to get their own Royal Rumble this year. Who knows, what's going to be coming. They've already got the Hell in the Cell, Elimination Chamber. What the women are going to be able to do to sort of push the women's revolution next, who knows. But this match is honestly filled up by a lot of baby faces. I'm surprised that you only see Alexa Bliss and Lana in this group. You can sort of borderline put Sasha Banks in there between the feud between her and Bayley, no matter which sort of side you see it. But when you think about the Money in the Bank ladder match, I always sort of think of a heel coming out on top, because if a babyface wins it, they sort of have to go with the Rob Van Dam approach, where they sort of already say what they're going to do with the Money in the Bank. Sort of like John Cena did. They announced, this is when I want to have the match, so there is no surprise. Both people are able to get ready for it. You don't sort of have the heel edge approach where you just come walking down to the ring and say, this is the time I'm going to cash it in, after the person's already gone through, an Elimination Chamber match, or is already sort of beat up and bruised inside of the ring. Lana, I don't want to waste a lot of time with. There's no way in the world she's going to win this. I don't really care. There are a small amount of people out there that think they should be able to squeak a victory out. I don't think they're going to repeat what they did last year, having maybe Rusev come down and help her out. I know that she is getting back into the Rusev program, but I really honestly thought the Lana experiment was done and she wasn't going to be wrestling anymore. I think that she definitely has more of a worth to the team as a manager, to Rusev, and Rusev is better with her than she is on her own wrestling. Becky Lynch was honestly in my mind the person who was going to win this, but after she had that one hell of a match on SmackDown this week against Charlotte, where she came out the victor, I think that she is not going to be winning this match anymore. Definitely before a pay-per-view, when you get heated up, having that kind of a main event match, I guess you could look at it as your favorite, but for longtime wrestling fans, most people don't win that match and then go on and win at the pay-per-view as well. Alexa Bliss, being a heel, she's been on two hell of a runs with the championship on Raw and on SmackDown. Definitely she's always going to be in the championship picture, but I don't see her getting back into the championship picture this fast by winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. Yes, she is a big deal. Yes, as of right now, it looks like she is having one hell of a Hall of Fame future career, but I can see her sort of being cooled off a little bit, still having some programs on Monday Night Raw and on SmackDown. I'm trying to remember what she is on Raw. I'm trying to remember. She's on Raw, but with her being there, I see her just having some, TV programs, or maybe something that gets pushed to a pay-per-view every once in a while, maybe having a match against Ronda Rousey, but I don't see her carrying around that briefcase. Sasha would be fun, because if she was to win it, you could tie in the storyline with Bayley, where Sasha finds the perfect opportunity to cash in the briefcase, but because maybe the ethics of Bayley, she doesn't want Sasha to win the title that way, because she knows she's better than that. It ends up costing her championship match, and that ends up being the straw that breaks the camel's back. And now we have a program between Sasha and Bayley, because for some reason this feud has been going on since before WrestleMania, and we have yet to see them have a big match against each other. So I don't even know what they're doing with that feud. We go down the line. Charlotte, I think she's too good of a wrestler to win the championship through the Money in the Bank. She's somebody that could get a match just about any time she needs it. and become the champion just in a one-on-one match. Ember Moon would be really, really fun because a lot of those NXT people that got moved up at WrestleMania time, none of them are really doing anything. A lot of them wrestling on, sort of main event and on the B shows, not really having any really big feuds. I know that Almas is finally getting put on the main roster. Looks like he's going to be going into a feud with Sin Cara. We'll have to see what comes out of that. But like No Way Jose, Sanity, a lot of these teams we haven't really seen anything from. It's almost like Triple H got these guys pushed up to the main roster, and Vince or whoever didn't even want them or know what to do with them at this point. Naomi, she won the WrestleMania Battle Royal. She's somebody that honestly could win this as well. So this could be fun. As of right now, I was picking Becky Lynch. The one storyline that's in my mind that makes the most sense to me is Natalya winning the Money in the Bank briefcase and then cashing in on her good friend after she would beat Nia Jax for the championship. Ronda Rousey going up against Natalya could be really fun, and Natalya being that sort of veteran that's been in the ring could really lead her through some good matches. I know that Natalya was sort of going to be the manager of Ronda, and I thought that was going to build to them having a program on their own, but definitely WWE is wanting to put the green light on Rousey, putting that championship on her sooner than later, and I think her having some matches against Natalya on TV and pay-per-view could really help her out in the long run. So even though Becky looks like she's not going to win it right now, Natalya might be the funnest choice to win this, and possibly Ember Moon with the second choice right behind that.